there, impatience is there, tolerance is not there. I mean, let's talk about the society which exists today. We have talked about what happened.
Shehzad bhai, the society which fantasize power, would they be follower of Hussain? Do you think they are follower of Hussain? The society, let's come to structuralism, straightforward structuralism. The society which fantasize a bigger car, the society which fantasize a bigger home, the society which fantasize I'm powerful, I beat 3 guys yesterday and they couldn't even stand against me. When our movies fantasize the structure of power, whenever the God gave choice not only to Imam Hussain, to any philosopher who believed in the philosophy, they all choose to stand with oppressors.
Exactly.
They stood with the poor. They stood. Karl Marx, the way Iqbal ranks him, is the only reason he stood with the poor people, not with the richer ones. You go back and find me one single person.
We know this structure, I have mentioned it too as well. Now, how do we move forward? How do we take the message? How do we learn? And then how do we, bring ourselves back on the track? Because we have tend to forgotten each and all of what have been taught to us.
Thomas Carlyle, 1946, he wrote a wonderful work stating hero and hero worship. When your heroes are defined in another dimensions, if Hussain is my hero, honestly, I would never even ask whom I have to follow. Our worshipping heroes have been changed. Our worshipping principles have been changed. Our worshipping ideologies of success have been changed. Me and sir, we both are from the teaching backgrounds. When we fantasize the first student, do you think we would ever cherish the last one?
Exactly.
The way Imam Hussain stood with the last one, then wonderfully said by the sir, Imam Hussain said, oh, do you think I'm crying for the pain? Do you think this arrow hurts me? Do you think anything can hurt light? Do you think any object can hurt light? I cry for you, and I cry what others would do without me. How they will stand. We need Imam Hussain as a hero worship. There's a wonderful community in Islamabad, I am Hussain. I am Hussain.oh. I mean, they are doing a wonderful job. They wash cars. Shehzad bhai car is now looking nice, and this is what Hussain has done. This is what Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi once said, if in a time of demise, when Quran, Hadith or Sunnat, everything is quiet and you cannot find out what to do in this particular time, close your eyes and imagine what Prophet would have done.
Exactly.
Just close your eyes and see what Hussain would have done. Hussain would have stood with the poor ones. Hussain would have, Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to find me in the broken hearts. And who could have carried? Honestly, I always cherish show with you because we both are in a newer phase of having kids.
Exactly.
Who could have cherished the royalty of Rasulullah except than Imam Hussain?
Exactly.
Sar dad na dad, das dar daste Yazid. It was such an easier task. Sir, how difficult it is to go and take an oath.
No, but I want to bring the conversation to the point where, earlier we were discussing that, in your entire life you'll get financial crisis, you'll get sick, over different phases.
There is a wonderful
over
verse.
Different phases. So let's just talk about this point as well, because that's a U-turn. That's a complete U-turn. That's where you change the way. That's where you come back from. That's where you learn from.
Yes.
So let's just highlight
Great men are known by their adversity, atrocities they have seen. Great men are known how deep they stood in the mud. There is a verse of Quran, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَالنَّقْصِ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. Verse 155 from chapter Cow. And there was a scholar, he is from Pakistan, he said that there are 5 major challenges every person has to face in his life. Scarcity of food, scarcity of wealth, fear, children, nothing higher than that. And then last, the conscious loads, the existential loads.
And all of that happened at one time.
And there is a beautiful word using Bishaim. God will test anyone, Shehzad Sahab, Khurram, anyone, with something of fear, something of conscious load, something of scarcity of wealth,
all of it together,
and in different time frames, in a larger quantum. And one of the scholar, Dr. Ali Shariti, he wrote, Imam never even knew what is more painful in Karbala. This arrow or my baby whom I'm leaving, or the pain of Ali Asghar.
Exactly.
And the way he stood, and again we were discussing, with all those major 5 pains mankind could face in one single time frame, look at the sanity in the eloquence of Imam Hussain when he gave the last sermon. Today is 9th Muharram, tomorrow on 10th Muharram, on the Ashura day. You cannot, or today we listen, let's go and have a chat on emotional intelligence, let's get a workshop. He is in complete turmoil, commotion, noises, pain, blood.
But still composed, contented,
So composed.
compassionate about all of those people who surround him.
Sir came from the field of literature. Sir, I think there could no better opening, body and a closing of a lecture on a 1 A4 size page.
Exactly.
I grew up with prophecies. I grew up with prophets.
And who else could have absorbed it all?
And who else could have?
else?
And in the last line, Imam Hussain said, which goes to the complete ummah, sir, today. To which goes not even to ummah, even to the extraterrestrial bodies, whoever can listen that. 63 years were less for all of you people. If you couldn't absorb the message of Kainate Do Jahan in those 63 years, do you think you would listen to his grandson? I do not cry for you. I cry when I look at the eternity of punishment which you are going to face.
Exactly.
मैं आज, even today I'm worried about you.